What's going on, guys? Tyraco here. Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to go over a few of the news things that just not got released. This may be how I try to schedule future news videos, try to throw something else in it. So there will be some shard pulls later on. So if you're here for the shard pulls, just hit the screen a few times if you're on mobile, skip past all this nonsense and go ahead and get into the shard pulls. But first things first, we got some shard pulls bonanza going on this weekend. So Friday, March 10th, we have a 2x for Sacreds. March 11th, we have 2x chance to summon epics and legendaries from voids. And then March 12th, we have 2x chance to summon epics and legendaries from ancient shards. So a ton of shard events. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of 2x events compared to guaranteed events or compared to even extra legendary events. Kind of depends on where you're at for Mercy, especially with voids as well as ancients, but I'm personally saving up all of my ancient shards for the next guaranteed legendary event, which I'm hoping is going to be fairly soon. Now, before we get into talking about my decision to actually pull some of my shards today, I want to go over one other bit of news or one other bit of update as far as my plans. So the Supreme Elaine fusion that I think starting this week, I forget exactly, but I think it's March 10th. But either way, I think this Friday, I don't think I'm going for it, guys. To be honest, we have the hard mode dungeons coming out probably fairly soon, right? And I'm going to be saving up all of my resources for that. I really don't think it's going to be a great idea to divert my attention from doing that content to trying for a fusion who, for my account's really not going to do much. I mean, she's a damage dealer, doesn't bring anything super special, I don't think. I mean, ignore ally protection, strengthen, and shield. I don't need that. Grants an extra turn if it kills an enemy. Unless her multipliers are extremely insane, I don't think she's going to do anything for my account whatsoever. It's unfortunate that the other starter champions, some of them seem a lot better than her, and unfortunately we're given Supreme Elaine, which, don't get me wrong, for some accounts, this is going to be an amazing fusion. I mean, it's a Void champion, doing some good damage. Kind of sucks that she's going to be weighing down the Void pool even more. I mean, we have a lot of really good Void champions, and if you pull a Supreme Elaine over, say, Hegemon, Krisk, Sifi, Marichka, Taras, any of those champions, you're going to be kind of disappointed. I mean, probably with any of the legendary starters, unless you're fairly early for progression, then you may be pretty excited, possibly. But either way, I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip this fusion, skip the Supreme Elaine fusion, focus on the other things that are going on in game. Not necessarily the best idea for everybody, but for me, I think that's the best plan. Let me make sure I'm recording, so when we open these shards, if we get anything good, then you guys can actually see it. So my decision to open these came from a few things. One, I've been trying to cut back my budget significantly, and if we have a guaranteed event, it's probably going to be 20 shards again, and I really don't want the temptation to pull. I really don't want the temptation to purchase shards to pull those 20, right? So I'm only at 10. That'd be like $200, give or take. Also, I really just want to open some shards. I realized that my last video, pulling with my 2 kids and my wife, I actually opened non-sacreds during that video, so I'm at least non-sacreds into Mercy, so I should have a pretty quick video. However, if we open all these shards and don't get any legendary whatsoever, I will instantly end the video because that will be pure disappointment. So number one, also another little side note was that saving for a, there we go, baby, popping off with a Lego very early. I don't have this guy. Didn't really need him either. Denag Skullreap, I think it is. Here we go. Rodos, maybe? Nope, not a Rodos. Oh, okay. Grohawk. Okay, pretty cool. 2 orcs. We got Orc Madness, right? They're both orcs. Denag Skullreap, is he good? I don't actually know. Is he worth building? Grohawk, I actually do have a copy of. Will help my faction guardians, which isn't bad. I mean, I opened 2 sacreds. Okay, so my whole plan of potentially purchasing shards for the next guaranteed event, I guess, is kind of thrown out the window because maybe now I do purchase. I don't know. We'll see. I really don't want to, but depending on how Clan Boss is, depending on when the next guaranteed event is, we'll have to see. But hey, I finished the event out early. Can't really complain about that. Let's go ahead and throw this dude in here. So Grohawk, there you go, buddy. We'll go ahead and try to get this one leveled up to 6-star, throw him in the reserve vault, and it'll be good to go. But as far as Denag, I think it's his name, right? Denag Skullreap? Denag Skullreap. Okay, so A1, decreased defense, targets under true fear. Okay, I don't really care about that too much. AoE, decreased accuracy, and a true fear debuff for 1 turn. Champions from high elves cannot resist these debuffs. Attacks one enemy, will ignore shield buffs. Decreases the cooldown of battle flow. Heals a champion 50% of the max HP every time this champion kills an enemy. All right, also grants an extra turn every time this champion kills an enemy from the High Elves or Dark Elf faction. All right, so interesting. Has anybody actually built him? Does anybody actually use him? I don't know. I feel like Grohawk's going to be a better champion, but neither one of those champions I'm going to be using, to be honest. But my orcs were kind of struggling, so we'll go ahead and fill that out the rest. Well, fill out one other slot. Let's see. I got literally just 2 slots. So maybe one day when I pull a Warlord, we'll have extra 30 accuracy. Maybe we even have an extra 10 speed. But there we go. I guess that wasn't a bad decision after all. Got 2 legendaries, pretty easy. Definitely a good way to fill up and get more numbers of legendaries. But obviously, if you miss the guaranteeds, it's going to feel kind of bad. Elva and Necmo were both very, very good. Obviously, Necmo is significantly better than Elva, especially for Hydra. But Elva has been a really fun champion. I actually have her in my arena defense. I tried doing a plat push. She didn't do good in plat push defense, but she does good here. Just like throughout the week, she gets a decent amount of victories, which is pretty cool. So there we go. I decided to pull. I'm skipping the Elaine fusion. Don't really see much reason for me, and I feel like I'm gonna invest more resources in the hard mode dungeons, assuming they come out during that Elaine fusion, which I imagine it would. I mean, I don't see why they would be teasing it so much and then it come out way in the future, especially with this gear removal event. But I guess we'll see soon enough, guys. So with that said, thank you all for watching. Hopefully your pulls went very, very well, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.